two children vanish, and within hours, a family's private life becomes the center of an intense investigation marked by contradictions, missing time, and troubling discoveries. Before we go any further, viewers are urged to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can get first-hand updates on this story and other major cases as they develop. From the beginning, the parents presented themselves as fully cooperative, repeatedly expressing confidence in investigators and volunteering for multiple polygraph examinations. To the public, this appeared to signal transparency and trust in law enforcement. Investigators acknowledged that such willingness is uncommon and initially viewed it as a positive sign. However, experienced detectives also know that cooperation alone does not equal clarity. Polygraphs are not definitive proof of truth, and the focus quickly shifted from willingness to comply toward verifying facts through evidence, timelines, and independent confirmation. As interviews continued, police noticed subtle but important differences between the parents' public expressions of grief and their private statements to investigators. In public, emotions were raw and highly visible. In formal interviews, some details changed, and certain moments were described differently over time. These were not dramatic contradictions, but small inconsistencies that accumulated. Investigators understand that stress can affect memory, yet repeated shifts raise concerns about reliability and narrative control. This contrast became a key area of focus as detectives worked to separate emotional expression from factual accuracy. A critical breakthrough came from retail surveillance footage, which captured the last independently verified sighting of the children. The footage showed them inside a store, appearing unharmed and behaving normally. This moment became the final confirmed point on the timeline that did not rely on family accounts. After that, the trail went cold. No additional cameras, witnesses, or digital records placed the children anywhere else, sharply narrowing the window of disappearance and intensifying scrutiny of what happened next. Investigators then identified a nearly 20-hour gap during which there was no third-party confirmation of the children's whereabouts. In a world filled with cameras and digital footprints, such a long absence raised serious questions. Detectives searched extensively for overlooked surveillance or witnesses but found little. This gap became one of the most troubling aspects of the case, forcing investigators to rely on statements that were already under examination and increasing the urgency to account for every missing hour. Efforts to reconstruct the household timeline were further complicated by inconsistent accounts of bedtime routines. The parents offered varying descriptions of when the children ate, slept, and settled in for the night. Bedtime is often a stable reference point in family life, but in this case, it shifted across interviews. These changes made it difficult to align digital data, such as phone activity, with personal accounts, leaving investigators without a clear sequence of events inside the home. Additional contradictions emerged when gas station surveillance footage surfaced. The footage showed a vehicle stop that did not match earlier statements about movements that night. This discovery prompted deeper verification of the timeline, including re-examining receipts, vehicle data, and nearby camera footage. Objective surveillance evidence carries significant weight, and its conflict with prior accounts reopened questions investigators thought they had settled. Financial records added another layer of concern. Detectives identified significant cash withdrawals made close to the time of the disappearance. Cash is difficult to trace, and no clear explanation or corresponding purchases were provided. While not illegal, the timing raised questions about unrecorded travel, supplies, or movements that left no digital trail. Digital forensic analysis also revealed internet searches related to survival, concealment, and avoiding detection. Investigators approached this carefully, knowing searches can be misunderstood. However, the specificity and timing of the searches drew attention, especially when viewed alongside other inconsistencies. These findings influenced both interview strategies and search efforts. The investigation took a darker turn when cadaver dogs indicated interest at multiple property locations. While alerts do not confirm remains, they triggered extensive forensic testing, including soil analysis. Each alert heightened the seriousness of the case and underscored the need for exhaustive examination. Finally, Investigators reviewed prior school welfare reports documenting earlier concerns about unexplained injuries. At the time, they did not lead to formal action, but in the context of the disappearance, they added important background and raised questions about whether warning signs had been missed. Taken together, these elements paint a picture of a case defined not by a single revelation, but by a series of unresolved gaps, contradictions, and warning signs. As investigators continue their work, the central mission remains clear. Account for every missing moment, follow every piece of evidence, and uncover the truth behind what happened to the children.